Hey, this is Christoph from Christoph's Books with another book recommendation. I just read parts of this book, Warren Buffett's Ground Rules by Jeremy C. Miller. I didn't have the chance to read it completely, but the first part and parts of the second part, because it's due, and I don't want the librarian to get angry at me and fine me with 25 cents per day. So I have to return it today. But I have already learned quite a bit from it, and I want to mention three lessons that I have learned for sure. Some of it may not be new to you, some of it may be, and it's good to reinforce it. So the first lesson I've learned is, again, the power of compounding. When it comes to financial investments, compounding is the combination of time and high return on investment. So the longer the time and the higher your return is, the better the more astounding the results when you reinvest your profits, when you reinvest the returns. It's amazing. He mentions a few tables in the book, and it's incredible what can come out of $1,000 in just given enough time, and enough time meaning long-term thinking, like 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. And in that regard comes lesson number 2. You should have a measurement tool, a benchmark to measure your results again, your investment results again. And this can be, like he says there's no right or wrong, but it should be something that you can use long term, and that makes sense in your situation. Warren Buffett, for his investment style, he uses the Dow Jones Industrial Average, the 30 biggest shares, stock of companies that is listed on the New York Stock Exchange. And his measurement is to outperform this one. And that means he has to make at least, let's say, an average 6% per year that he needs to make. And if he says in 1 year it can go under, and when another year can go over. But what is really important is the measurement over a certain period of time, and a month or 3 months or 6 months or even a year is not enough time. So he says 3 years to 5 years, you should at least give your investment strategy to see whether it's really outperforming or whether it's underperforming. And then if you cannot outperform the market, that's lesson number 3, meaning if stock picking is obviously not for you and you don't want to spend more time and money to learn it, then why don't you just do indexing? Buy a low-cost index fund and do low dollar cost averaging and all of these buzzwords. Then you will fare decently well. That's amazing. And for that, you need hardly any time. You need hardly any dedication. It's just the discipline to stick with it long term. And I want to read in this regard from page number 41 quickly a quote. Where is it? 39, 40, 41. Quote that he wrote, that Warren Buffett wrote in one of his annual letters, semi-annual letters to his shareholders, to his partners. If our performance declines to a level you can achieve by floating on your back, we will turn in our suits. So I think that says it all. So if you don't want to spend the time and effort to do stock picking, or you do it and it turns out not good, wait a minute. So if you, after a period of time, find out your stock picking isn't working, or you just don't like it, or it's too much time you have to put in, then just go for indexing. Float on your back and you'll be well served with the market return minus miniature fee from an index fund. So 3 lessons again: power of compounding, think long term, and try to get high yield. As easy as that sounds, and as easy as that is, it takes discipline. Second lesson: think long term also in measuring your performance, how good you are in comparison to the market or the benchmark that you're setting for yourself. And third lesson, if that turns out not to be good, and or if you just don't have the time and dedication to do so, then just float on your back and go into an index fund. Hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel, please, and read this book if you like, Warren Buffett's Ground Rules, by Jeremy C. Miller. He basically talks about all the lessons that Warren Buffett is teaching through his semi-annual partnership letters. Amazing stuff. We can learn from that. We should. Bye.